All right, here we are, June 15th, and we are just starting to plant soybeans. This is unprecedented. We are only about a month behind. Normally we start planting soybeans early to mid-May. But on May 12th, it started raining, and it did not end until about 5 days ago. We had 18.5 inches of rain in 30 days. That is 4 months worth of rain in 1 month. Just unbelievable. So I am no-tilling soybeans today. It is still a bit wet, but we've got to get started because our wheat is going to be ready to harvest in less than a week's time. So we've got to get these soybeans in the ground and get them planted. So I'm pushing it a little bit. I have hooked the John Deere to the drill. I don't like planting with this tractor. It doesn't turn as sharp because it's four-wheel drive, but that's why I'm using it today, because it's four-wheel drive. My Magnum 7120 that I normally hook to the drill, I just don't want to deal with getting stuck today. Because it's just wet enough on top, the wheels would spin one time and you're done. So here we are. It is a beautiful day. We've had a nice stretch of weather, temperatures in the 80s. It is going to get hot by tomorrow, I think in the 90s. So unfortunately, with the type of ground we've got, it goes from too wet to too dry in a matter of about 3 or 4 days. So I imagine this ground is going to turn to concrete by Tuesday. I have tilled up a little bit of ground. It was some ground that we left a few tracks in the last 2 years. I just wanted to level it out. Some of our wetter ground, and I'm trying to air it out as well so we can get it planted. The wheat crop, it looks good, but because of all of the rain that we've had, it may not be that great. Test weights are usually affected when we've had this much rain, but I guess we will know in about another week when we get out there and start harvesting. I did spray this farm with glyphosate about a month ago before it started raining. We burned everything down that was here. But, you know, after a month and all of the rain, we've had new growth. So I came back in and sprayed it again 2 days ago to kill what is here, mainly morning glory coming up. And the deer seem to be confused because when I was spraying this for the second time 2 days ago, I couldn't believe the amount of deer I saw out in the field. So they know something is wrong as well, because the soybeans should be up about 6 inches by now, and they should be having a feast out here. But they're out here looking in the fields and not finding anything. I probably saw a dozen deer the other day as I was spraying. They're just everywhere right now. It is a beautiful day on the river. I see a number of boats out there today. I see some fishing boats, some guys crabbing, got crab pots overboard. I have not heard what the catch is. I went to one of our local seafood restaurants 2 nights ago for dinner, with my heart set on a soft crab sandwich, but they still don't have soft crabs. I don't know why. If it's just that restaurant in particular, or if the soft crabs are not plentiful yet. And it could be because of all of the rain. It has muddied the water, and the guys can't get out to catch any soft crabs. I don't know, but I was quite disappointed that I could not get a soft crab sandwich. So we'll probably head out to dinner tomorrow for Father's Day, and I'll get my soft crab sandwich somewhere then. Soft crabs are one of those things you look at and you say, oh my God, you eat that? That's if you're new to crabs and the whole deal with eating hard crabs. My wife does not care to eat them. She calls them sea spiders. They're a little bit nasty to clean. You have to cut the eyes out first and lift up the apron and clean some stuff out of that first. My wife doesn't mind cleaning them, and she will clean them and fry them for me to eat, but she was not going to eat them herself. So if you are ever on the East Coast in Maryland, Virginia, try a fried soft crab sandwich. I prefer mayonnaise on mine. Restaurants usually serve tartar sauce with the soft crab, but I prefer just plain mayonnaise. I'm not a tartar sauce person. As you can see, I do have the auto steer in the John Deere. Hey, that rhymes. Auto steer in the John Deere. Not working too bad on this farm. I'm in some open areas right now, not a lot of trees. As I get further that way on the farm, I'm going to run into some trees. I've got two small fields that I will lose signal, so oh my God, I'm going to have to grab the steering wheel and guide the tractor down the road. What am I going to do? I am planting an early group 4 soybean. Mid-Atlantic is the name brand. It's a regional company here on the East Coast. I've had good success with the seed company with both their corn and soybean varieties. So planting an early group 4 bean, it is glyphosate tolerant and STS as well. I do like the STS system only because we've got some resistance to glyphosate. So I'm aiming for about 160,000 seeds that we're planting, hoping for a stand of about 140,000 seeds. So this is the first field. I've got the drill set. We're going to plant this field, the known acres in it. I'll fill the drill and figure out what the rate is per acre and make adjustments if I need to. Since I started 2 hours ago, I'm already noticing a difference in the soil. It is starting to dry up a little bit. I'm not getting as much sticking to the wheels as I was. It's still sticking to the packing wheels, but I've made some adjustments for that, so the soybeans are still going in the ground. it's not ideal conditions, not what I want to be planting in, but as I said, we've got to get this done. June 15th, that is just unheard of, to be planting full season soybeans on starting June 15th. Some guys on the better ground, they did get some soybeans planted before all of the rain came in, and surprisingly, where the water did not lay, those soybeans looked decent. But on this heavier ground that we work, they would not have done well. They would have drowned, not come up. My corn crop is not looking that great at the moment because of all of the rain we've had. Any ground that's a little bit sandier where the water drained well, the corn looks good, but I don't have a lot of that ground. So we've got a lot of yellow corn. So after planting the one field, which was about, how many acres in there? About 17 acres. I filled the drill back up, and believe it or not, I was right on the money with seeds per acre. I was shooting for 160,000, and that is exactly what we put out on that field. So I did not have to make any adjustment to it whatsoever. I should know better. That's what I get for doing too many things at one time. We have been stuck in that exact same spot before. It's just one of those bad spots. Stays wet all the time, but I was not having an issue with any of my other problem spots. But I just had to back up one time and it came on out of there. Made a few tracks, but nothing that a disc won't fix. We've still got a little bit of mud sticking to the packing wheels, but not nearly as bad as this morning when I started. So tomorrow is Sunday, and if you've been listening to me, you know that I don't like to work on Sundays, so I'm still debating that. I may work a couple of hours just to finish leveling that land that I tilled up. I think I'm going to run the field cultivator over, just level it out a little better. It looks like it's dried out enough I can get over, so I think I'll go ahead and probably do that tomorrow, and then Monday morning after I do my order at the hardware store, I can come back down here. And I know I can't finish Monday, but we'll be damn close to finishing down on this farm Monday. Provided, of course, we get no rain between now and then, which we just have a chance of storms in the forecast for, I think, Monday evening. Okay, I've planted about 45 acres today. I'm not going as fast as I normally would just because it's still a hair too wet. If I go too fast, it's going to throw that dirt away and not cover that seed up. As it is, it's not quite covering it the way that I want it to, but in a year like this, it's going to have to work. So I'm headed down, walking down to get my truck. About a half a mile walk, not too bad. A lot of short fields on this farm, so the truck is never where I want it to be. But it is Saturday evening. I mixed a batch of margaritas up a couple of nights ago, so they are in the refrigerator nice and cold, so that's what I'm having when I get home. All right, until next time, see ya.